Hi.
Hey.
I'm eating candy right now. Sorry.
Delicious.
I thought I could get it done in the intro
He's like,
time, but
you're trying to chew that up real quick.
in Nirvana, Officer J talks. What is good, my friends? We are chilling, doing a surprise stream. I know Dan literally just said that we're not doing a Last of Us stream tonight. But surprise, we are. If someone wants to yell at the Discord and tell them to come because we're actually doing it, that'd be great. Dan is gonna come hang out in a little bit. Maybe Billy, maybe Jen. You never know.
Ooh, surprise today.
Jen. Oh, Jen. I just say hello to you in my head because, you know, just like part of the team.
Yeah.
But hello. Tanner, what's up, baby? Jen, did you watch the episode?
She definitely did. She definitely did. Yeah.
Me and Taylor were watching. So me and Felicia were talking backstage about this reality show that I'm currently watching called Sneaky Links, and it's pretty good. Me and Taylor were watching that, and we're like, "Oh yeah, this is so great." And then I realized it was 10, and I was like, "It's time." And she was like, "For what?" No. Like, yeah. Like, oh no, fuck. And then we watched it, and the whole time I was like, "This is such ass." But Felicia doesn't think it's ass.
I don't think it's
okay.
ass.
It's okay to like things.
Yeah,
I'm just a bitter old man.
No, you're not a bitter old man. But I don't know if it's just I try my best. It sounds so corny to say I try my best to find like the good in everything I watch. Like I try to find something I like in everything because I don't want to just sit there like miserable and not enjoy any part of it. So I find certain parts that I enjoy. But also I don't know how to see it from like if I didn't play the game, I don't know how I would feel. So
yeah, that's fair.
I understand that point of view as well too. Because there are things I like that I like probably just because they're from the game.
They're from the game?
Yeah, so my judgment
and I feel like going the opposite way. I feel like if I was to play the game now, I would probably think the game is worse than it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like the fact that the game would be like the show, I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Just because I think the show sucks. Jen didn't like the finale. Jen, you've got good take.
She said rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Jesse. If you guys haven't watched our boy lover Jesse, the guy that I would touch on the chest the most, didn't even get to see him shirtless once.
Damn.
What the fuck? I'm actually so mad about that.
Yeah. I don't know if we were diving right into that part, but to be honest, I've been waiting for that scene. I know it sounds fucked up. Like it sounds mean. Like I'm also sad about it, but I've been waiting for it because I wanted to see how they were going to do it. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad because I liked it.
So you get more Abby set up before this in the game, right?
Not really.
No? You don't.
No, you get like bits and pieces, but we definitely didn't get like how the show started with her. Like we did not get that. Like you were introduced a little bit later.
Do they like establish her as a badass though? At least.
Yeah, because I feel in the game she's just huge. I keep using the word brawlic, but that's just a normal word. I'm sorry you guys don't know it, but she's just so brawlic and cool that it's like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Monday, Rosetown Romper 89. What's up, homie?
Oh wait. Oh, I thought you said happy birthday for some reason. You would think I'm like high or something. Monday. And I'm like, it's his birthday.
Today was a pretty good Monday. It was not bad.
No, I agree. It wasn't bad Monday.
For a Monday,
shitty, but I have these to look forward to now. So Mondays aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I did leg day and murdered myself.
You did leg day? Oh, geez.
Yamez. Hey. What's good?
Hey. Jen said no answers with the scars. Yeah. See, that's the part that like I can't really like I don't know, like talk on much because I feel like I know where they're heading with it and I can understand what they're trying to do. But it's like I said, if I never played the game, I don't know if I would like the show because I probably would be a little confused. But I was telling Jen earlier, like the story kind of doesn't make sense until the end, even in the game, like all the way. So I feel like I know we have to like wait a lot of years, but I think in the end, people's opinions might change if you hear the whole story as a whole. Hi, Sophie.
Yeah, I think it's possible to do that with TV shows, but they're not giving me enough intrigue. There's just like a bunch of unexplained things that aren't intriguing to me. They're
I can see
frustrating.
that. Yeah.
The reason I was asking about Abby is I find it like a little insane that she shot Jesse in the face like 0.3 seconds after him coming out of a door, which
Yeah.
like for like a trained super assassin like John Wick, that'd be like impressive for John Wick to do, you know? And
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. It's just like she did the Joel thing, and you're like, okay, she was mad. But then we go back to what's his face, and he's like, yeah, it was supposed to be her. She was supposed to take over. And I'm like, but who is she? I don't.
Yeah.
Does that mean she's good at army stuff? I don't. What the fuck is going on? It's so
Yeah.
annoying.
I mean, she is a badass and she is like very trained. Like that's part of like her whole thing, like she trains so hard. That's why the physical part is more important in the game, I guess, too. Is like
Yeah.
she trains so hard to be able to, go after Joel and stuff. So she is, she's a badass. She probably is a John Wick type of freaking thing. What did you laugh at? I didn't even see. I didn't look fast enough.
Tanner, I'm liking
Oh.
non-steroidal Abby. Always bothered me in the games. Where'd you get the trend from?
Uh,
True. Unless you got like good genetics, which she could have. But I think also like I'm not having a hard time buying Caitlin. It's Caitlin Denver, right? I'm not having a hard
yeah.
time buying her as Abby and as a threat. But I don't know. It just I don't want to talk about it until Dan gets here a lot because I really
Yeah.
want to talk about it with Dan. But it was
Same.
frustrating in a TV way. The only thing that I cannot not say is that scene where she crashes the boat, ends up on the island for no reason, and then gets back on the boat and leaves was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in any HBO show ever in my life. I've never seen something that was so like, what are we gonna do for 4 minutes of this episode? We're like 4 minutes shy, and they're like, I don't know, like just have her like crash the boat or something. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, cool, we'll do that. And like the lead up to that, when she's just skimming across the water, and you get like like her taking off, and I'm like, okay, cool, so she's gonna go somewhere, and then it's like going into the water and it holds for a long time, and I'm like, oh, we're really watching her drive this boat, and then it's like a side shot of her
Yeah.
driving the boat, and I'm like, okay, it's been a long time of watching her drive a boat, man. What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see what you mean there. Yeah.
Again, it's just like a pacing issue with this show that gets me the most. Bella was okay this
Yeah.
episode. There was a couple
That's what
moments
I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say. I feel like Bella wasn't bad, and I liked that we got more of Jesse. Like I liked the scenes with him. I felt like again annoying, but I felt like they were like pretty spot on. So I enjoy seeing it like from that point of view. Like this is what I mean by like I just like to see the things from the game so I can like nerd out and be able to like point it out. Like, oh, that's the same. Like I think that shit's cool. So it like my opinion is I don't know the right word, but like I'm blinded by like that shit. Do you get what I mean?
that's no, it's fair. It's fair. It's like nostalgia for me. Like I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that I shouldn't like that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back into the MCU, but the second I see him, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's him. I'm gonna scream like a little
Yeah.
girl in the movie theater. It's fine. It's just something that your brain does that you can't help.
Yeah.
Um,
You're like, "You're crazy, Felicia. How do you enjoy this?" Because it's like I have the same issues as you guys, but I also, like I said before, I find parts and everything that I like in a show.
and we'll talk about why you should like this show. How about that? We'll do that after. Jay talks. They're
Yeah.
planting stars, leaving room for future seasons, just like how GOT did with the Golden Bank stepping in to help out the Lannisters. I think yes, but we also didn't get to like see the Golden Bank, the Golden. Wow, what are those soldiers called? They had like a particular name. There's a bunch of stuff that's mentioned in Game of Thrones that is mentioned in a way that you're like, oh, I can't wait to see that. But they show the scars, but don't explain them, which I think is a weird move. Everyone watching, hit the
Mm.
like button, or I will find you. I'm very good at GeoGuessr. I will find you. I know where Felicia lives just from her blinds. I
Oh
know
my
those
god.
blinds.
Oh, I thought you said someone said that. I got so scared. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Exit, exit."
Goodbye.
Get
I'm
the
never coming back.
I'm never coming back. Stop. That was so bad.
She was hard camping that door, which is some pussy shit. She's definitely a camper in COD. She just sits around a corner and waits. The worst.
Oh my god. I don't do that, actually.
You don't do that in COD?
No, I don't. I like to like
Good.
even and when I play any game, I like to like run after my target. I don't really like to hide and make it last longer. I'm like, let's just fucking fight. We got to fight at some point anyway.
Yup. That's how you know Felicia is truly from New York. The season had no answers, just Joel's death. Everything else was bullshit waste. I 100% agree. There was a moment in the episode when Jeffrey Wright pops back up, and my girlfriend was like, Who is he? Like, he was in an episode 4 episodes ago for like 6 minutes. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they weren't going to bring him back at all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, I was a little surprised. I wasn't expecting to see him either. Yeah, I agree with you with that. But like in the defense of like not having I'll play the devil's advocate a little bit here. Okay. Like I think in the defense of the show, like when you're watching something, you don't really want all the answers right away, do you? Like with any show we cover with From or Seven, we still don't know what the fuck is going on with From, but we still watch it. And I think that's part of the fun. Like if you haven't played the game, you get the opportunity to like theorize a little bit and be able to like think, oh, what's going to happen next? Like you don't have to read the spoilers. You can come up with ideas, make it fun for yourself. But I guess I get you guys' POV too.
Again, I think the issue for me is I'm not intrigued enough to care. Like, I'm annoyed that I don't know what's going on with the scars, but I'm not interested enough to be like, what's going on with the scars? I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It just, I'm like, why are you showing me this? Why am I seeing this over and over again? Like, are they going to have some importance of some sort? I don't think so, because I was like, oh, the Fireflies will probably be something. They'll probably be important. Nope. They're just like a season 1 crew and nothing else. And I guess like they have, the Joel storyline is a thing, but oh my God. I wanted to read these from Jen. So the show is a show. It should stand alone and doesn't at all. It's not a game. It's an adaptation that's not making the cut. And then we continue. The writers wasted our time and wasted the opportunity to develop the characters where the game didn't. Like, what the fuck? You could have been a creator, and instead you are an illiterate game player with dementia. Heavy words.
I know. I was like, oh my God, is she talking about me?
Yeah, she's talking about you. She says you have dementia. You're illiterate.
Oh no, illiterate. That made me feel like Charlie, like from Always Sunny. Like, I'm not illiterate. I can read.
I can read. She turned the boat sideways right as it crashed. That upset me. Either go into the wave or turn around. Yeah. Like I thought I knew that because I, play video games and watch a lot of movies. But even my girlfriend was like, why did she turn the boat? I'm like, oh. Like, if it's that obvious to, like, everyone, I think everyone on Earth is like, you don't turn sideways at a giant wave. What?
Yeah.
Man. Oh, man. All right. This season should have gone off game script and focused mostly on the life and times of Abby and her father. Last 2 episodes of the season should have been first 2 episodes. Joel's death needed to be last episode. I kind of agree. I think if we had, like, a first episode that caught up with Joel and Ellie, and then we, have that Abby cutoff where we see like her in the mountains. We could have done Abby's backstory and figured it all out, which honestly, you kind of know, I guess, off the start because there's like the grave scene. But if they just turn that into like episode 2 and 3, it might have worked a lot better. I don't know. Also, the fact that this season is 7 episodes long.
Yeah.
Like, what? Give me 8. Give me 10. Give me 6.
Right. That's such a random. I don't like that number either for a show. Like, I don't like when shows do that. They leave it off at the most random number. That can't happen. It should be law. You got to do at least 10. Who wants to watch?
I don't remember what that's from.
Prove it, Felicia. Stream it, or it didn't happen. Prove what? I'm scared.
Felicia is brave, covering and ducking, not sucking. Okay.
I'm so confused. Is this from what we were talking about before?
I think so. I haven't caught up on comments. I feel bad for not clicking on some. Keep interesting scars with no explanation, just fucking whistles. Yep.
Just fucking whistles.
Annoying, dude.
I love Jen.
From guess. Ooh, a from guess. Okay, everyone that lines up in the town is a descendant of Jade and Tabitha during their previous incarnation. Everyone there is a soul descendant.
I agree with you.
I agree also.
I like that.
We really need to do a From stream. I fucking miss that show so much.
Yeah. If I just rewatched one episode, I would have like an hour's worth of like streaming we can chat about.
I'm determined to get one of the cast members on this year. We have to.
I will throw up crying. I wouldn't be able to come on that day.
If it's Harold, I will throw up and cry with you.
Yeah. Because, oh my.
Do I love that man? I wouldn't survive. Holy hell.
I actually, if it was Victor too, it would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Victor.
He seems like the type to do it also.
He does. He does. I could get into that. Hello, David. You did not miss very much at all. We haven't really talked about the episode too much.
We're trying to inch into it.
Yeah, we're waiting for Dan. He's gonna be on. He's coming. Dan's a busy man, you know, he does a lot. So sometimes he's off doing Dan things.
He's like the mayor of his town.
Reminded you of the Dexter. Oh, hello, Swanko. What's up? That is a very large fish in your picture. Yeah, the Dexter season finale is not something that you should be reminded of because, oh my God, was that the worst thing ever?
That. Is it?
Yes. Damn. Oh my God. Hello, Vienna Rose. What's up? Finally making it to one of these because time zones. What time zone are you in? That's cool. Thanks for stopping by.
I love that she's here. Oh, Xander Felicia, it was the FPS deal. What is he talking about? I'm so lost. I'm sorry, guys.
Still lost. I could see Harold doing it too. He totally replied to me and Dan on Twitter once. So
he did?
Yeah, I think Dan said if Harold watches our review of this episode, or I think I said if he watches a review of the episode, I'll shave my head. He was like, do it. And I was like, I need proof. Then he never replied. So that's okay.
Oh, womp womp. That's cool though. I talked to Mandy Moore one time on Instagram via DM, and I still have it to this day. I'll never delete the message ever in my life. No, I fucking love Mandy Moore. Do you know who that is? She's famous. I fucking love her. I've been obsessed with her.
I'm older than you. Of course I know Mandy Moore. Her prime
I don't know.
My time.
Some people don't like, I don't know.
No,
you don't like this show. We disagree. Oh man, don't break my heart, dude.
So good.
I'll cry every time.
I don't know if I've ever had good DMs. I think the coolest person I've met is probably Carly Rae Jepsen.
That's cool. She had that one hit wonder.
Yeah, my band opened for her like a month before that song blew up, and we played to like 80 people. It was so funny. No one knew who she was, and we chilled. She's a very nice person. Also, like weirdly pretty in real life, like close up pretty. You're like, damn.
I don't even think it's weird. She looks pretty. Yeah.
You assume it'd be makeup or something though, you know, like when you get close,
I guess.
See a flaw. No, she's a pretty person. The first ending of Dexter, or when they, hello, Jax. We cannot talk about Dexter at all. I will start crying live on stream.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no, nothing but Twitter. If you call it X, I'm assuming that you're a cop or a Nazi, and we're not going to be friends.
I love you for that.
Yes, we need more Mandy Moore love.
Oh,
maybe we'll get Mandy Moore on the stream. Send her a DM. Be like,
I'll try to. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll message her again. We were bonding over being moms too. It was such a nice. I couldn't even believe she answered me, but we were talking about being moms.
That's so cool.
I feel like you guys don't believe me. I feel like I have to show it.
Yeah, bring it up.
Not all the messages, because it's embarrassing how I geeked out. But these are my DMs, right? Okay, Mandy.
Oh, we get the whole DM.
Don't.
We're gonna read them all. Bad. Somebody screenshot that.
No, actually, I'm scared now because you guys are gonna read my weird messages to her. No, I'm not doing it.
I believe you. I believe you. It's okay.
I'll send it to the Discord. Maybe I'll think about it. It was embarrassing.
Hugh Jackman invited me to his kangaroo ranch. That's what his exact words were. Get the fuck out of my house, mate. Nice. I would do particular things to that man. Did she call you? Maybe. Okay. Funny story. My guitarist was like obsessed with that song before anyone else. And there is a video on YouTube with like millions of views, and it's at that show, and it's her playing that song live, and she like dedicates it to him because he was the first person to ever use that line on her. He like walked up to her at the bar and like said the chorus to her because he was like, I want to impress her and show her that I know her song. She was like, oh my God, no one's ever done that. He was the first person.
So that's so cool. That's a good story to tell.
It's okay.
It's all right. It was a good story. Stop.
Sarah, I'm not going to cry just because you're here now. Thank you. You don't want to talk Dexter with me. I'll get so mad. Oh my God. The fucking remake that they did with his son, bro. Holy shit. Dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
So I feel left out. I haven't seen it yet. Let me watch it first. If I ever,
Dude,
is it long? Is it one of those really long shows?
It's like 7 seasons. And like,
yikes,
dude, it's literally the worst ending to anything ever in the history of anything ever. Like, it's so horrifically bad.
You're not
I loved
dramatic
it
or anything.
so much. You have, like, I can't even describe to you. It's like everyone had a stroke and then we're like, okay, well, we still got to write the last episode, and just wrote like stroke words on a page. It's crazy, dude. I think one of her songs played on the radio sometimes before Call Me Maybe was The Thing. Oh, Tug of War.
Oh, Tug of War. That was a sad song.
Is it? I don't think I've ever heard it.
No, wait. It was called something else. Was it Jar of Hearts? Is that her?
I don't know. Look it up. You're on your computer.
Yeah, I know.
Pop up a Google.
Yo, I can't stretch that far right now. I sound like I'm like because of my thing. Hold on, I'm looking it up. I think it was Jar of Hearts.
Sarah, you're allowed to like Dexter. I'm sorry. I'll talk Dexter all damn day though. Send Off was horrible. Okay, I love the show. Even rewatching it, I'm like, damn, this show's so good.
You just don't like the end?
The ending, dude. It's worse than the Game of Thrones ending. I can defend the Game of Thrones ending to a certain extent. I think it's horrible, but I can defend it. There is no defending the Dexter ending. Oh, hey, Xander and Felicia, keep up the great stuff. Thank you. You guys rock. Thank you. You rock.
Aww.
And keep it at 100. And sorry for bringing up Dexter, though Resurrection makes me hopeful. I hope maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Don't be sorry for bringing up Dexter. It's a show that I truly hold in a dear spot. It was one of the first shows I watched with my parents. I remember we started it on vacation. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I was like 12 or 13, and they were like, watch this murderer show with us. And I'm like, all right, cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. My parents
new prequel is fucking bad. Basically, remake of season 1. Everyone looks like a young cartoon.
They made a prequel of the show.
Did they? Oh yeah, they did. Oh my God, I remember I watched one episode of that, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
They have like multiple spinoffs.
They have like a future spinoff where like he has a son, and his son grows up and turns into a serial killer, and he shows up, and then the ending of that, you're like, oh, maybe this will be good, and then he kills Dexter, and you're like, wait, what? I think he kills Dexter. I don't even remember, dude. It's so fucking bad.
Don't tell me the end, dude. I didn't even watch it yet.
Don't watch Dexter. I'm telling you, it's such a piss off.
Don't save myself. Oh,
we're talking new prequel of Dexter or the weird one they did 10 years after the fact. Yeah, the both. You could do both. Did anybody watch the prequel, the whole thing? Did anybody suffer through that? Because that's terrifying.
The end was trash.
Jonathan
Hercules.
Fucking love. Hercules?
I was reading Sophie's. She said, anyone watch Hercules? And then I can't read the last word.
Sophie? Where's Sophie? Why can't I see you, Sophie?
It's not far from the bottom. Up a little bit.
I don't see it.
907.
It didn't pop up.
Oh.
907?
Oh, well, she asked if we watched Hercules.
Oh my God.
I don't know what this is. I have not seen this.
No. Game of Thrones ending defender, bro. I'm out. I said
you lost her.
I can defend it. I don't want to, but it's possible to do. Xander, defend it. Defend the Game of Thrones ending. Don't forget to stretch before those mental gymnastics. Seriously, though, that's video worthy. Okay, here's my defense for Game of Thrones in a nutshell. Everything that happened was fine. It was just way too rushed. If they took like 2 or 3 seasons to flesh out what happened at the end of Game of Thrones, it would have been a very good ending, except for some characters doing some dumb shit. But I feel like that was mostly because they were trying to pound through 3 seasons of material in 1 season. And, you know, John pretty much being like, yes, my queen, for like an entire season. You don't need to do that. We could fix that if you make it a little longer, where I think the events of what happens at the end of Dexter are indefensible. What he does as a character is so off book and impossibly insane to like even think that he would do as the person that you know him as, that I cannot defend it. And it looks like shit. BritBox. What is BritBox?
I don't know, dude. I'm
You
lost.
are saying words that
I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I like your defense though for Game of Thrones. And I agree.
Watch Dexter. King Nirvana is telling you to watch
Felicia.
Dexter. Lost.
I will watch it.
Wait, are you saying Lost is the show you were deep in on? Because
yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah,
I love that show. Oh
yeah, that's
my
a
god,
great show.
One day, me and Billy are gonna come on here and do a 5-hour live stream just talking about how fucking good Lost is. BritBox is a British show streaming. Oh, Sophie, are you British? I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I'll taking Bella saying she's a dad for 27 episodes before saying season 8 of Game of Thrones is good. I mean, yeah, this show is definitely not as bad as the ending of Game of Thrones. I guess you could give it that. It's not that bad, but that's like a fucking low bar. We're like underground at that point.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna get attacked for saying I really didn't think the last season was as bad as everyone else thought it was of Game of Thrones. But yeah, I'm ready for it. You guys can give it to me.
Her.
Sorry, forgive me for trying to find joy and good stuff in everything I watch.
I remember.
I don't know what to say. I did hate how it ended, though, for a specific character. I mean, everyone has seen it. I didn't like that Khaleesi went. Like, that broke my heart, obviously. But, like, shit happens. Like, not everyone lives. It pissed me off because I feel like the whole show, she said what she was going to do, right? She was like, I'm going to, like, kill people. I'm going to burn villages to the ground. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, yeah. And then she did just that. And everyone was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, why did she do that? I'm like, she's been saying she was going to do that from the get. But there's my case closed for Khaleesi.
It's true. It's true. And yeah, I think there's a few moments in the series that you can see that she's kind of the villain. It's just like her switch from the character that you think she is into the character that she's supposed to be is too quick. And I'll never forget the moment. So I was very, very deep into Game of Thrones, guys. Like I was, Dan, I love you.
Yeah, I love it. When you're drinking with your little striped shirt and your hat, you look so cute.
This is what TJ Detweiler looked like when he grew up.
So
yeah, I'm in the middle of a Game of Thrones rant.
Go off.
Okay. So I would sit on YouTube and watch like 3-hour explainer videos for every episode. I was so deep into this show. And I remember the last season, I was in Vancouver, staying in an Airbnb, and I was like, I have to be home to watch Game of Thrones because, you know, this is the episode they're doing the big battle. And it was the one that no one could see anything. And I'm watching it and I'm like, is it this shitty Airbnb TV? What's going on? But that's fine. I just need to like know all this stuff. And then, you know, fucking Arya kills the Night King. And I was like, no, I literally was in denial. I was like, nope, he's not dead.
You didn't like that?
Nope.
Oh, no. Not me either. Me either.
The entire show is Jon versus the Night King. That's the entire show. Everyone is waiting for that moment.
It's true. But sometimes men can't get it done. Dude was getting eaten by a dragon or like getting like freaking fire pounded. He should have got there fast enough, but he can't because he's not Arya. Sorry.
Simping and licking the shit out of Khaleesi's butt. Dude,
he was the worst. I will say it bothered me that like I feel like she was a woman of her word like throughout the whole show, right? And it was like almost like the moment Jon was like, oh, I'm not gonna like be with you, that's when she like lost her shit. And I was like, come on, fuck this dude, you don't need him.
He's just a dude, and he came back to life for literally no reason. That will always bug me too. They like bring back to
I
life,
love Jon Snow.
Oh yeah, I would have definitely watched the spinoff with him.
Yeah. Same.
But they can't.
Yeah. And I was a big Arya fan as well, so I guess that's why I like them.
Did you see that they announced it's most likely House of the Dragon season 3 won't be till 2027.
You did
2027.
That just ruined my day.
I'm sorry.
That's terrible.
You say 2027 for season 3?
For season 3. For the next season.
What the hell?
They take too long. I don't know what what are they doing? That makes
they had to push the other Game of Thrones show to the end of 2026. Instead, it was supposed to come out the end of this year, I think, and they pushed it a whole year. And they probably won't put out House of the Dragon season 3 before that, so they probably push that. Rickard Red,
That's great.
Rickard, what up?
you showed up at the best time.
Hey.
Okay, we got lots of Dan love. I'm gonna go through it all now that I'm done my rant. Danny boy, Khaleesi was always the villain. Jamie was the goat. Yes, except
Love
for the
Jamie.
fact that he goes back to
Ooh.
Cersei at the end and he dies,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, he did the whole arc, and then in a moment he's just like, oh, I'm
Back
a bad
to
person.
his sister.
Bye.
Oh,
Crazy.
gross.
Go die
Crazy.
together.
Hi, Dan. Yo, Dan.
Oh, I was saying hi. They're not saying hi to me.
What's up, everyone? Did you see what Tanner said about his PTSD?
Yes,
Dude, I
hilarious.
was
Right
watching
here.
season 8 while deployed in Iraq. Oh, imagine watching a shitty show in a city situation. Season 8 made Iraq even worse. Oh, sorry, Iraq. I'll say it like a not white person. I blame those writers for my PTSD. Dude, I feel like I went through that war with you because I had to suffer through season 8.
Justice for Brienne. Yeah, I'm with you. King.
Yo, for real. Where is that? Where is that?
Poor
Also,
lady
Rickard,
at
thank
the
you
bottom.
for the super chat.
Thank
I love
you, Rickard.
so much.
Yes.
You are the best.
Appreciate you.
Ooh, Rosetown
Justice for
Romper.
Brienne of Tarth. Yeah, give me that.
The Arya spinoff. I would watch that.
I would definitely watch that.
I always wondered what
is-
happened. She just went off like fucking Christopher Columbus was gone, and I don't know.
Like fucking Frodo at the end of the Lord of the Rings.
Like,
She's
what
I'm going to a better
happened?
place, guys. Bye.
Call me crazy. I would watch any spin-off Game of Thrones did. I would
Me
give it
too.
a shot. I would give it a
Yeah.
chance. Anything. Like give me Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, like you said you were going to do. Give me anything and I'll give it a shot.
That's the show they're
Yeah, for
pushing season
sure.
3 for.
Okay.
Because
So
the
that's
world
okay.
itself is just awesome. So I'll take any sort of
Yeah.
story.
If you hit the like button, Dan will peel a stripe off every time somebody likes the video until he
For
is
sure.
shirtless.
What if they were removable?
That would be so funny.
I think season was storyboard ideas from season 1 that someone like, yeah, let's make an alternate cut of the show for season 8. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. And everyone knows why. It's the funniest story ever because the creators of Game of Thrones got offered Star Wars. They got offered a Star Wars trilogy, and they were like, "Oh, we got to finish Game of Thrones." So HBO was like, "Can you give us 3 more seasons?" And they were like, "How about 1?" And they crushed it all into 1 season and tried to go do Star
Yeah.
Wars. And then everybody hated them so much that Disney was like, "You're not touching Star Wars." So they just got fucked because they're
Yeah.
big buttholes.
Jeez.
Expedition
loose-
33.
What is that joke from Workaholics when they're like a loose butthole? I was about to say it, but I didn't want to get it wrong and then sound like a
Loose
psycho.
butthole. Yeah.
He's like, you're being a loose butthole right now.
Oh, yo, that's that new game. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yo,
everyone's
maybe
been
we'll do a
talking about it.
stream. I'll buy it. We'll do a stream. I'll play it.
Oh, my hair.
Okay, all right. I have an
Franchise.
explanation for this. I have an explanation for
Oh,
this.
geez.
I looked right into the camera. I was going to watch it, King Nirvana. I was going to. I texted my wife's only here on the weekends right now. It's come and go, and it's very sad. She has to be in Jersey during the week. Long story, whatever.
Love you,
So
Sash.
I texted her. I said, "Hey, I got a movie for us to watch. Come upstairs." She comes upstairs and she says, "I already have a movie for us to watch." So I was like, "Well, this came from Discord. He really wants us to watch it. So can we watch it?" But she was like, "No, I really want to see this one. I'm leaving tomorrow." So she pulled that card. So we had to watch. We watched Mickey 17 instead, and
So good.
yeah,
Guys, I
Mickey-
hate that you just said that.
you don't like Mickey 17?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but Corey's been begging me to watch it every night. And now for sure, because you
Okay.
guys just said that, he's like, we're watching this tonight.
Corey,
So-
tonight. Make her watch it tonight.
So we watched that instead. And now that she's gone, if we don't stream tomorrow, I will watch it tomorrow. It's on my list. It's got Samara Weaving in it. I love Samara Weaving, so I'm definitely
Yes.
going to watch it. I'm going to watch it.
I'll
Blame
hold
my
him
wife.
to it. I'll hold him to
Honestly, though, the wife always wins. If
That's
we
true.
both have movie picks, my girlfriend, her pick always dubs my
it. Yeah,
pick.
we ain't watching your pick. We ain't watching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I got her
It's
to watch
always-
28 Days Later the other day, though. That was good.
Oh,
I've been
when's
wanting
the
to
new
watch
one?
that.
Doesn't the new one come out like
This
in,
summer.
soon, right? Yeah.
June, yeah.
That's what
I'm
I thought
pretty
you were
excited.
talking about.
Nah,
I
that's
messed up the
28
names.
years. Come
28
So
on.
I was like, I've been
It's-
wanting to see that. I didn't even think
It's
it was that.
days, weeks, and now years.
Nobody counts
Okay.
weeks. Weeks does
Ep-
not count.
True, but apparently Cillian Murphy has a role, but it's small.
Yeah,
for the new
I
one?
think he's a zombie. We'll see.
He might be a zombie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Has
Okay.
anyone seen the franchise? I watched a few episodes on a long plane ride recently and loved some of the cast, but haven't heard much about it. I think it's on HBO.
I have not. Let me
So
see.
I have that show mixed up with the studio because they're both like about making something. I wanted to watch the franchise. I'm pretty sure the franchise is about it's about a studio that has to make superhero movies.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. So I
think you'd like it, Dan.
It got canceled though.
Yeah, it got canceled after one season.
Oh,
which is crazy because it was pretty good.
That happens to great shows sometimes, and I don't understand it.
Hi, Bubba.
Budget, not enough people watching.
For real.
Yeah.
Watch 2 episodes. Damn.
Yikes.
Wait, what is that? Oh, the franchise. You talking about the franchise? Oh, yeah. Not THW. I am sober, I promise.
Are you?
Live action Legend of Zelda. If they mess up, I'll lead the riot like January 6th. Yo, I don't think they should touch Zelda. That's fucking. They're gonna try and Mario Bros. Zelda, and I'm gonna hate it.
Some things is better left alone.
That's true.
Like so for instance, Until Dawn, the movie that's out, I think it's out now. I love that game. But I watched the trailer. They completely changed the game for the movie, but apparently the movie's good. So cool. I'm gonna
I would watch it.
I'll watch it when it comes on streaming. I'm probably not gonna be able to see it in theaters. I want to see Mission Impossible in theaters, but I have no one to go with. I'm a loser.
Oh, Dan.
No one to go with. Sucks.
I wish
take like $100 Uber to go watch it with you.
I want to go so bad. I love Mission Impossible movies. Like ever since the 4th one, when they got next level stunts, I know they're stupid, but I love them. Love them.
No, we all have our things.
It's Fast and the Furious for big boys.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. They're so fun, and he does his own stunts, and they're crazy. You can see them film. You can see them film him jumping off of a cliff 10 times in a row. It's real. So it's cool as shit.
Is this your Corey? This is your Corey, right?
Yes, it is.
Did he change his profile picture? You're allowed to enjoy 28 weeks later. It's just not the same. I think it's a different director or different writers because the original homie didn't come back. So it's just got a little bit of a different vibe. And I enjoy it too, as much as I remember. Jeremy Renner, right? I think so. It's pretty good. It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, I remember liking it.
Was that Renner?
Jeremy Renner plays a sniper. And there's that weird scene with the dad, and he like goes in to kiss his wife, and then she like slowly gouges his eyes out. And I was like, this is a little gratuitous. It's a little, it's a little much. Hello, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
Debbie. How are you?
Hopefully we didn't scare you off in Discord. I know she saw something in Discord she found disturbing.
Oh,
one of the jokes somebody made was
it wasn't me, right?
No. She was like, "Oh, you guys are wild. You should talk in there, Xander." People,
I know. I was just telling Felicia this before the show. The notifications never pop up on my phone. It's really annoying.
Just get in there raw. Say something weird and pop out.
Okay, I'm gonna pop in and just say raw shit.
Just jump in randomly. We're always talking.
It is always popping. Discord is always
24/7.
Yeah, it's worth the money, people. Plus, we're doing extra shows, which we need to do our next one, which is a podcast, unedited, unfiltered, just us. Billy hopefully will join the next one. Just the host of the YouTube channel, talking about whatever. We get suggestions from you guys. Felicia, I know we have a list for the next one of stuff we have to talk about, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of questions in the Discord.
Bunch of questions.
Not like too many. You can still ask more, but I like the ones we got so far. So ones like that are good. So
that's what you also get from becoming a member. You get a podcast. Yeah. So we have to do that.
I can't wait for the next one.
I'm down whenever.
Good times.
As soon as possible.
I think we should do it this weekend.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do this weekend.
Corey, you reminded me the dad gouges the mother's eyes out because he's infected. Forgot. Thanks for providing a space to complain about season 2 being bad without the bad faith incelly arguments. You're welcome. The subreddit for this show is just disgusting and hating for the wrong reasons. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said it to you guys earlier. That's what I feel weird about hating on this show for. I'm like, I don't hate it because of that. I don't even hate it. I don't like it because I don't think they can carry a show themselves. I don't think they're at the quality of being a good actor yet to carry a show themselves. That's where I'm at. Well, the name is escaping me. Bella Ramsey.
Bella.
I don't think they're there yet. It's just the other, like Jesse. I think Jesse was a great character, and now he's dead. So
yeah. And now he's dead.
Okay. Yeah. We can finally talk about the episode because Dan's here. So let's get into it
a little
without
bit.
being incels. I might be a little incelly.
What did you think, Dan? I know you said you didn't hate it, but you didn't necessarily like it.
So the scene where Jesse dies, I remember that like frame for frame from the game. I know they were in a different, they weren't like in a theater or whatever when it happened, but I remember that scene frame for frame from the game. I know they tweaked it a little bit because it wasn't Tommy that was in trouble, but the way it happened, I was like, as soon as they were running towards the door, I was like, oh, here it is. Here, Jesse's dead. So that happened, and I'm like, all right, what are they gonna do now? And then you get the fucking cliffhanger with the shot that Abby takes, which my complaint with this season is I understand you have to follow a game. I understand there's source material that you have to follow. My complaint is you had Abby kill Joel, a beloved character. Everyone liked Joel. Who doesn't like Pedro Pascal? Find me anyone who doesn't like Pedro Pascal.
Oh, all the incels hate Pedro Pascal.
Okay, that's fine. But you had this character kill off this character that most people love besides incels, and then she just disappears. Give me some of her story now, and it makes it better, I believe. And now we have to wait, 2 years to find out what she's been up to? And no one's gonna give a fuck at that point.
I agree.
Because I agree. I took a screenshot of stats. So a 30% this episode, the finale. 30% drop from the season 2 premiere and a 55% drop from the season 1 finale. No one's gonna give a imagine when season 3 comes out, it's gonna be like
no one's gonna care.
80 to 90% drop. No one's gonna give a shit. So the way that they did it is just off, just totally off. Oh, thank you so much, Lordinos. You are
what up,
amazing.
Baby?
You are feeding my
5
imaginary
pounds.
children. 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
I have dogs, so you're feeding my dogs. Thank you.
And dog. You're feeding Bob, who I'm petting. I'm not doing weird things with my hands.
He has a cat. That's a cat.
Aww.
There.
Yeah, you can't see him at all. It just looks like he's like
Dr. Evil. That's what pisses me off about this season. It's just the way they went about it is just annoying. It's just annoying.
No, I agree that certain timeline things didn't make sense in a game that just don't make sense in a show. Because like I know I've said it before, like when you're sitting and playing, you just play it straight through. But like a week by week basis, telling it this way is really hard, and I just think it doesn't really work for TV.
Yeah, and the dude was jerking himself off, saying, "Oh, we're following the game so close." It's like, bro, maybe don't when you have to wait 2 years. Maybe don't do that. Like
this show is like the result of not enough people being able to tell this dude no. That's all it feels like.
Yeah.
Who should I be mad at, Druckmann or the other guy?
I think
probably
Neil.
Druckmann for letting his story be altered and changed in certain ways and not told in a better way for TV. Because I mean, if you created the story, you have to try to understand the audience's like point of view and how they're going to react to it, especially people who haven't played the game. And I think like he just like let it slide, like he let too many things slide, or maybe he wasn't able to speak up enough, you know, like how much did he really have a say in certain parts? Like I don't know. But then like what you were saying before about how like he said is pretty spot on to the game, I think he's thinking all the wrong things they made spot on to the game. Like it looks like the game, like the background looks like the game, and like the way they shoot certain things look just like the game, but then like the writing is not. Like you lost the story a little bit, like what the story was trying to tell. They ruined it. That one line alone just ruined it for them. They're never gonna like People are gonna bring that up forever.
So cringy. Oh my god, that's gonna literally be clipped forever.
Yeah.
Because and that's one of the things where like you can I guess you can do that line, but it needs to be played either silly or like more emotional. And Bella just plays it like too straight. You're like, wait, are you serious? Because like you can do it and be overly serious about it, and then the moment might hit. But you can also do it and be like, haha, I'm gonna be a dad because you know you're the mom kind of thing. Like there was ways to save that moment that just didn't happen. Sophie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sophie.
Aww.
Appreciate you.
So sweet. She said you brought the receipts, Dan.
Yes.
Brought them receipts.
CVS receipt.
Yeah, it just needs to be structured more as a show and not as a game that I am watching someone else play very slowly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try, and
I agree with that.
what are we gonna do? Share screen. Okay. There is a clip that I saw on Twitter. Nice. Okay, we're gonna watch this. Is there sound?
Ooh.
I thought it was pretty funny. This is Neil Druckmann. This is the guy who wrote the video game, and he's talking about Pedro Pascal, and we'll talk about it after.
I can't hear him.
No sound
Can't hear
for
it?
me.
God
No.
damn. Hold on. I was so excited. It's okay. I'll fix it. Felicia, what did you think of the episode?
We talked about it a bit before, but I didn't think it was that bad. Like if you see it as like a standalone episode, like maybe as the season, like it's not great, you know, if you think the whole season as a whole, like a total. But this specific episode, I didn't think it was that bad. Like I can't lie, like I was sitting there watching and I was actually like into some parts. Not saying like I don't agree with the things you guys were saying as well. I do. But like I said before, I try to find parts that I do enjoy in anything I watch. And there were plenty of parts that I thought were good. And I was really excited. I've been waiting for the Jesse scene. So to be honest, I was kind of hyped for it. I know it's fucked up and sounds bad because he's dead, but I liked that scene. I liked how they shot it so like on point to the game. It's things like that I told Billy, I'm like a slut for shit like that. Like if it's in the same angle as the video game, like fuck yeah.
Do you get to know Jesse more in the game?
I would say it's like about the same.
It just feels like
a
really
that's how I
not
feel
impactful
right now.
death, I guess. It's like you see him a little bit in the show, but he's just kind of like a dude. The most you see him is kind of this episode, and twice in the episode, he's like, I can't die. I was like,
that's what makes it sad is because he's a dad. So I think that, well, he's going to be a dad. So I think that's the part where that wrecks you a little bit because you're like, fuck, this dude literally can't die. Like that's so fucked.
I think it did the opposite to me where you did not see his death coming right then. I only did because no character in any show ever that is badly written like this show is says, I can't die without dying immediately within that episode or within like 20 minutes of a movie. It's like the guy at the beginning of a cop movie who's like, I'm retiring next week. And you're like, that cop's
you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead.
Or
bro.
Someone's like, I'll be right back. I'll be back in 5 minutes. You're gone. That's
gone.
how I called
like
the Invincible death too.
We should split up.
It's literally Black Widow in Endgame.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this works this time.
You know, I gave some direction of Pedro Pascal, dropping names.
Names. He does the TV stuff.
He does like the voice work for the
is he a producer
or something? Yeah. And I think he was frustrated by direction. He said it jokingly. He's like, "Do you like art?" And I said defensively, like, "Yeah, do you like art?" And he said, without missing a beat, he goes, "It's the reason I wake up in the morning. It's why I live and breathe." And to me, it's like,
okay. So I thought that was interesting because it's like him. I don't think if he knowingly like realizes that he's telling people like Pedro Pascal came up to me and was like, "This is garbage." Because like, in what other context do you go up to the director and you're like, "Do you like art?" It's like, you'd only really say that if you don't think they like art because they're making a bad show.
Yeah.
What up, Chris?
I can see that. That is funny.
Yeah. Chris, what up, homie?
thought it was hilarious that Neil Druckmann said that story. And like,
yeah, that is funny.
when Pedro's like, it's what I live for. Yeah.
Right. He's like, dude, I know better than you. But I don't think it's garbage though. Not to play like the devil's advocate. I do think there's parts that are not great, but I still think, I don't know. I feel like I speak just because I just like the story. I think if you don't like the story, you probably just wouldn't like the game. You know, I just feel like they're pretty like spot on to the game. Like as they're telling it, like, yeah, they're changing stupid little things, but overall, I think they're telling the same story. So you guys just might not like the story, which is fine. But I think when I'm watching it, I expect everything that's going to happen. I'm not really shocked, you know, because I've seen it already. So I think it does make sense. But I can understand the parts that people like, you know, say that don't make sense if you've never played the game before, because it is a little confusing. But I also think that's the fun of TV, is like theorizing and waiting to find out like what's going to happen with that. Like it talks about before, we never knew what the fuck was going on in From, but we still all loved to watch that. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
like,
where
I think
we
people should just
live.
enjoy not knowing everything.
That's what I love about TV, the not knowing. That's the fun
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, like come up with some ideas. Who the fuck do you think the scars are? Come up with a fucking theory. Use you guys' imaginations, because I know you guys are good at it. And like, I guess if you play the game, you can't really theorize, but
he has something
sorry,
to say.
Xander.
Oh no. I've been waiting. It's nice. It's nice. I like that you like this show. It's very cute.
Oh, thanks. Because I don't, it's hard because I don't like it, but I don't hate it. But continue.
This show is bad. So we were talking before. The whole boating scene is the most frustrating thing I've ever seen ever. Holy shit. Okay, so like Dan, you weren't here, so we didn't want to talk about it right away. But now we can, because you're here. So there's the scene, you know, where we see her get on a boat. And it's like, okay. And then she drives the boat. And you're like, okay. And then she keeps driving the boat. And I'm like, okay. And then she's still driving the fucking boat. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why have I been watching you drive a boat for 90 seconds? And then she turns sideways and gets toppled by a wave. And I'm like, okay, that's neat, I guess. And then somehow she swims to shore right where her boat ends up, with with shoes on, with a backpack on, with jacket and pants. And like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to swim in shoes, but you can't. You just can't. And then somehow it's fine. She makes it to this island and then immediately gets found by a scar. They drag her into the woods. They already have her up in the air and they're going to kill her. And then a horn goes off and they're like, the village. Just leave this girl with her guns that are right over there. Just leave her. We got to go protect the village.
Let her go.
She's a wolf.
Dude. I gotta go protect my fucking village.
But why would you leave her alive if you know you're under attack from the people that you think she is? Why do you leave her with guns behind you? It makes no sense. And then she just walks back to the boat, gets on the boat, and then goes to where she was trying to go. And oh my God, that scene ended and I was like, what the fuck just happened? I've never seen more clearly a show just needing to pad the runtime. That entire sequence with her riding the boat to getting back to the boat to getting where she's going is like 10 minutes. And that should have just been her untying the boat, driving into the distance, and then pulling up to where Abby is. That's all that should have been. But it's like a 10-minute pointless sequence where nothing happens at all. It's so crazy. And then the ending of the episode. This is my biggest issue. Go ahead, Felicia.
Yeah, I have something to say so bad. I'm like, also at the same time, it is TV. Like, I do get like the weird, like, you know, they have to fill certain things in, but that was such like, to me, that's such a small part of the episode. Like, I fucking forgot about it. Like, obviously her being like hung up
40 minutes
or whatever, but there was so much more like important shit that happened this episode, which we have not even talked about yet. Her accidentally killing a pregnant person. That is such a big part of the show, which is what makes the whole Jesse Dina thing more upsetting as well. It's because she understands the point of view of someone who is like going to be a parent, even though she wasn't going to be the parent herself. She knew Dina. She loves Dina, who is. So that's what makes that scene so much more emotional. And I think those scenes make the show, like, or the episode even better. Because I'm not thinking about her riding the boat. I don't give a fuck. about that at all. You know, it was what it was. Like, I don't really care about it, but I do care about her accidentally killing a pregnant person and Jesse getting shot in the face and all the other crazy shit that happened in the episode. You know, that's why I mean, like, yeah, those things are annoying, but they don't make up the whole show.
Xander. Okay, hold on. We're switching back. So that's not my issue with this show is not what happens. I think that's where the disconnect for people that like this show and don't like this show is like the things that happen in the show are fine. They're cool, the things that happen, but it's everything in between that on a good TV show, I'm learning to care about the characters. I'm learning about the world. I'm learning about like what drives them to do what they do and who they love and who they don't and their dreams and aspirations. And in this show, I learn fucking nothing. It's just like dead air and then an event and then dead air of 2 fucking episodes and then an event. And I'm like, whoa, like, oh my God, it's like pulling fucking teeth just to get to something where I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay. Last thing. King Nirvana, I love you still. Don't worry. Okay. Ending. I had to do this. I juxtaposed the ending of the first season to the ending of this season. In the first season, you get like a whole storyline, a whole arc. You understand like why Joel is doing what he's doing and you, like kind of understand why Ellie's going along. You know, she's like a kid, blah, blah, blah. And you have the whole like crescendo where he kills all the people and saves Ellie. And it's so like emotionally impactful. And then we just end on this very small note of like they get to Jackson and she asks him what happens and he lies. She's like, okay, you're not lying. He's like, I promise, or whatever they say. It's a very simple moment, but it's character driven. It's driven by like, I know that there is now tension between these two characters, and it's two characters that I care about. I want to see where that goes. And this season, they're like, what if we end on a gunshot? I'm like, oh, I guess it's like the least intriguing thing ever because I know Ellie doesn't die. I know Abby doesn't die. So I don't care. Dina either shot into the air or Abby shot Tommy. And it's just like, yeah, that if this is like a soap opera, that's a cool way to end an episode. But this is like a show where I cared about people at the end of last season. And the thing that kept me coming back to the show was that I cared about those people. And now it's like switched to being like the cheapest way you could have a cliffhanger in any show ever. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Except I kind of wish they did end it on just the gunshot because they didn't. They kept it going, which I felt was kind of stupid. Me and Corey were like, why did they even add this? Like the Seattle day one thing. They should have saved that for the next season. I don't understand why they added that little bit of a teaser because it wasn't even a teaser. I'm not teased. It didn't look very cool. I don't understand what's happening. And I've played the game. Like, so they should have saved that. I think they should have ended it with just gunshot.
Chris,
sorry.
$5.
We've been debating. I love you, Chris. How the fuck did Tommy and Jesse find a boat when Ellie took the boat? It was the last one. Fucking knows, man.
Because there's boats places. She didn't take the last boat in all of Seattle.
Who fucking knows, dude? Like, goddamn. How the fuck did Abby find them? Is she just like they sat in that fucking theater for like 6 days with the lights on, making all the noise, like doing all the plans going in and out, and then Abby just like happens to find them the one night they're all together and not prepared. It's weird.
I actually
Ellie
know how because Abby's a good tracker. You guys don't know that, I guess, yet.
Yeah, and that's the issue with this show is I don't know anything about anyone, and I'm supposed to like Abby's supposed to take over this army, and I don't know anything about her. Is she good at that? I guess she can find anyone anywhere in all of Seattle. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Chris, another $10.
Ooh,
Chris, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude. Thank you so much.
Ellie is the
calling
dumbest.
Ellie dumb.
I've never been in a situation like that, but I know better to have a pregnant girl tie up the biggest threat in the room and then have him show the map. So much shake my head. Joel did it.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but like she didn't know she was pregnant.
Oh, yeah, but like you wouldn't have the guy be the one that comes up to bring you the map. You'd be like,
absolutely
no,
not.
Small person that I can probably beat up. Why don't you get close to me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that. But tell me,
Thank
you
you,
guys didn't
Chris.
feel like sad? You guys didn't feel any emotions? Like when you're watching the show, when you sit and watch it, do you like react to any of it, or you just hate all of it? Like it didn't hit you in the feels when she was like, she shot that pregnant person. I forgot her name. I feel bad. Mel? Yeah, that's her name. And she's like, is it out? Is it out? I felt so bad. Like all she wanted was her baby to be out. And it made me so sad.
But
I don't know. Does
I
anyone
think
else feel that way? Or you guys just ice
thing
cold?
I was David, I love you. I think the thing I was stuck on in that moment was I'm like, am I supposed to like Ellie? Because she has that speech with Jesse earlier in the episode. And I think it was supposed to be a speech where you're like on Ellie's side, I think, when they're up in the tower and she's talking about how they have to go for Abby. And he's like, we should help Tommy. And she's like, you think you're a good person and I'm a bad person? And I'm like, yeah. He wants to go save a dude. You want to go kill somebody. He is the good guy in this situation. And then later on, when she just like doesn't even try to cut the baby out, which I'm sure like wouldn't have made a difference anyway. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm like, oh, you're a bad person and revenge is bad. That's what I'm learning right now. Like, I didn't hate that scene at all. I just thought it's like very convenient and so simplistic in what it's trying to say that I was like annoyed. I'm just annoyed. It feels like this show is always talking down to me. Like, do you get it? I'm like, yeah, I got it, man. I understand. It's just like over the top with how direct it has to be. Like, oh, she accidentally shot her and she's pregnant. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to
like,
be
all
sad.
right.
It's supposed to be like heartbroken. Like Ellie is almost like she's turning into a monster out of her anger. Like I think you are supposed to like be kind of 50-50 with Ellie. Like know that like what she's doing, yeah, is fucked up, but she's acting like Joel right now. You know, like she's fighting for what she loves. I mean, who wouldn't try to like avenge their father after watching them be like brutally murdered and knowing that the fact that he died in the first place is because he saved you. So it's almost like she doesn't really have a choice. And I feel like Jesse's a piece of shit. Sorry. I love the actor and I like the character, but it's like,
a piece of shit? What
like
did
he was like,
do?
I voted no. I would have shot him
okay.
right there, bitch.
Sure.
What do you mean you voted no? Like, do you not
'Cause he
fuck with
cares
like if
about
I
the
died
community.
today? Yeah, but that's annoying because in my head I'm like, if I died, would no one fucking fight for me? No one would. You guys would be just a bunch of bitches and let these people come and kill one of us and then just like get away with it. I sound pretty violent right now. But I am on Ellie's side. I think I would do the same shit. Maybe not kill a pregnant person. She didn't do it on purpose though.
No,
It was accidental.
it's fine. But in Jesse's defense, you know, I think voting no is the adult decision. Voting yes to doing something that if she took 16 people, they would have just killed 16 people and they would have 16 less people and less guns. It just doesn't make any sense for like a small community to go seek revenge on someone that isn't going to come back and seek revenge. I don't know. It's just like if it was me in Jesse's shoes, I'd be like, yeah, I'm really pissed. And like, if you want to go after this girl, go for it, Ellie. But like, no, we're not taking a bunch of people. That's your thing.
You know what pisses me off that I'm just realizing now is in order for Ellie to have gotten Abby and killed her, she would have had gotten as lucky as Abby got while looking for Joel to kill Joel. Because Abby got seriously lucky in the middle of a storm, in the middle of a place that has backup for Joel. It's his community. And then she randomly finds him in the snow in the middle of nowhere and is able to solo him out and bring him to a place to kill him. That's as lucky as Ellie would have had to have gotten to solo out Abby to kill her. It's just like way too. It's too much. It doesn't work.
And it's not that I have issues with what is happening. I think I just have issues with how it's being written. Like I know that it's supposed to be sad, but it's like too on the nose sad. You know what I mean? Like I think the thing that made Pedro so powerful in this show is he's so good at showing the nuance of his emotions. And I think that's what's lacking in the writing of this show is there's not a lot of like nuance to the scenes within the characters, it's very straightforward what you're supposed to be feeling, who's good, who's bad, like all that kind of stuff. And I think Pedro was good, especially on that last porch scene where like there's so many different emotions happening in his face in that scene, and you can tell what's pushing him to like give the answers he does and all that. And it's just him doing that. And I think it's there's not the director is not like, hey, you know, because when you go into a scene as a director, you're like, okay, this is where you're coming from, this is where we're at in the story, this is your character, like how would you react to this situation? Okay, we're gonna put a little more layers in there and like build it up. But I don't think anyone's doing that with Bella. It just feels shallow, I guess. But it's good, and it fucking looks good. I will agree with Felicia. This show technically is very, very well done.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, Xander. Even if you don't believe it. But it does look cool. We can't lie and say that like our department didn't like do the fucking job. Like they did what they had to do. It looks exactly spot on, and I guess that's part of why I enjoy watching it. It's cool to see it come to life. But I don't know, guys. We can agree to disagree on this one.
I think we probably agree more than you think. I think
I think that too.
Me because this show first season was so good. It hurts so much more to see something that had that much potential like slip. It's almost like Silo. Like Silo, I was this frustrated because the first season of Silo, the concept behind that show is so good. And then to have a second season that is that boring, I was like, oh man, you get more mad because I'm like, I need more out of you because what you're giving me is like such like good stuff. It's like right there. And it's
like the plot of it, like it has so much like potential to be a lot better than it is. And I can agree with that too. Like I see the issues they made. I think they could have done better in a lot of different ways, especially Silo, but talking about The Last of Us. But yeah, this episode itself, I didn't think was that
Thanks, Danner.
awful. I enjoyed it. Contrived.
This episode was definitely not the worst of the season at all.
Yeah, there were episodes this season that I couldn't. It was hard for me to fight through it, like to sit there and watch it. Like I kept like dozing, thinking about something else going on my phone. This one, I actually sat, and it had me like intrigued. So I can't say it was bad. You know, can't lie up here.
No singing in this episode. I
will say, and me and Bill did talk about this today, is that like this show lacks like the dangerous vibe. Like in the game, like I know it's not supposed to be just like the game, whatever. It's a show, it's its own thing. But I feel like you're in an apocalypse. Like, why is there not more of a threat? Why does it feel like it's almost too easy? Like she's just like sailing by. You know what I mean? Like how they just like made it all the way to Seattle, no issues, no trouble. But in the game, you're like fighting for your life every 2 seconds. You're like, what the fuck? Like they're being crowded by people. Where's all the people? Where are all the zombies? Like, is the apocalypse over? Why are there none?
They just are not a threat anymore, which is
weird because they are. In every building you enter in this, there are zombies. Like I want to see more bloaters. I want to see more of those crazy looking stalkers. I need more of those. That I will say.
As someone who watched every episode of The Walking Dead, I will say it becomes a problem when you forget about the zombies in a zombie show.
Because they're there. And like, we can't pretend they're not.
That show did that while stretching the comics out to as much as you could without snapping it in half. They stretched those comic stories out like crazy and forgot about the zombies at the same time. And I still watched every week. And when I met my wife, I watched it with my father-in-law, soon to be father-in-law, and then father-in-law. We watched every week. We went to the movie theater to watch one of the episodes. Wow. We were still very much fans of The Walking Dead. And this is going to be the same problem if you forget about the zombies. Because zombies are interesting and cool. And you need to give them more time in the show. You need to give them more time.
Agreed.
Yeah, especially this story. It's a huge it's everything. It's the whole point of the whole thing. So the fact that they're just not giving us any, like, I'm thinking now, did we even see one this episode?
No,
I don't think so. Like
one zombie.
There should be at least one.
There was, I guess it was a flashback episode. So we saw 1 or 2. And then the episode before that, the only ones you see are the ones that are like attached to the walls. They're like blown out spores.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
It.
And the spore thing, like, didn't even, like, I can't believe Ellie just went straight back to a pregnant woman. Like, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
there's no question in your mind of like, do I have these all over? I don't know. That was weird. Chris, how the fuck is Ellie going to gaslight Jesse? She said, fuck the community. That response is literally why Jesse was right for voting no. She's a child wanting revenge. It's not healthy.
Aww.
Okay. But at least we all know that Felicia would go to town
Yo,
on somebody.
I would kill for you guys. And you guys were like, take her. We got more.
Here's the thing. In the world
I'm
we
ride
live
or
in now,
die.
I'm going out. I'm ride or die too. But in a post-apocalyptic world where like you don't even know if there's 1,000 humans left, I'm probably not sacrificing 16 for a grudge. You know,
all right, maybe if it's not like a
circumstances.
friend or something, but like that was like her dad, like a father figure. If I saw
And
my
Joel-
dad beat into shit like that, I'm going, like the whole world is burning down with me. I don't even care.
To be on Felicia's side for a second here, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
be team. I'm gonna put on my team Felicia hat. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
if you're in this community, Joel seems like a very prominent member of the community, does he not? He seems like either the man in charge or the second man in charge. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So he gets killed. They have the vote. They say, no, we're not going to risk 16 bodies to go save him. So little on Xander's side, if I was in that situation in real life, I would probably vote no as well. I probably would, because you don't want to risk that many people. They look at the horde they just faced in Jackson. They barely survived. There's so many people got killed. They got their walls taken down. It was bad. So you don't want to risk 16 of your best guys to go have a grudge on one person, to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? To go get revenge on one person. So I see both sides, but me personally, Dan, if someone beats my wife to death and I'm forced to watch, or my dad, who I don't even talk to that much, sorry to get too personal, if that happened in front of my eyes, I'm going all out to kill that person. To make
Thank
sure
you,
that
Dan.
I kill that person. So,
but
fuck yes.
I see both sides.
So do I.
think
But
I agree. My only issue is I would not expect 15 other people to come with me to do that.
No,
I'd be like,
no, probably not.
You guys
I would
want
have
to
just
waste the
left.
guns? Fine. I'll take a fucking knife and I will go kill everyone. I don't care. Like, yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree with you. Yeah.
That's why I didn't really think the voting scene was even called for, or even like the fact that they did the whole like wall thing that didn't happen. And so like Ellie, like going on, like that whole meeting wasn't even like a thing. So I guess that's why I'm like annoyed that, you know, they all said no
wasn't
or
a thing in
whatever,
the
because
game?
they didn't like do a vote or anything. She was like, I'm out. Like Tommy left, she left. They're like, we're leaving. Like there was no like, wasn't even like a choice. It wasn't a thought. It was like, I'm going. And I feel like that's how I would have been. And like, I don't know. I don't think that makes me even like childish at all. I think that's just
No, not at all.
loving the people you love and being like, how can I live knowing that like I let something like that slide? Kind of like, I think the guilt would eat me alive. Like I think I'd rather regret going than like regret not going, if you get what I mean.
Forced to watch too. Like that's the next
yeah.
cherry on top.
Like the girl, and think about how old she is. She's like, you know,
19,
like to see that is
19,
traumatizing.
I think we agree. The only issue I had with that at all was the fact that she didn't understand why Jesse voted no. And like, I understand why Jesse voted no. And I think, like, I guess she's young, but I think she should understand why Jesse said no and why it's fine that she went on her own. Like, those two things are fine. Like, she should have gone on her own. It makes sense. But
yeah,
being like, why would you vote? Like, being actually upset that he voted no, I think is just odd. But then he ended up there anyway, you know? So like, you could be upset at him for voting no, but then be like, well, you came to save me. So like, I can't be that mad. My camera froze.
Because I think he knew, like, deep down, like, it's not about always what is, like, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say, like, what is right, but it kind of is, like, sometimes you just have to do what is, like, best for, like, your own, like, heart, if that doesn't sound corny, which is what Ellie does. She doesn't give a fuck how anyone else feels, you know? She was like, this is how I feel about this. This is how I'm going to go about handling it. That's that. Join me or don't. But, oh, Xander's gone.
No, I'm still here.
He had to fix his camera.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I saw Officer J agreed with me, but I can't. My thing froze. I can't scroll back up to read the comment.
I got
Is it this one?
Yeah, if you let a group come in and establish dominance and you don't strike back, you're showing that group that they can come in anytime and do what they want. That's how I feel as well. No, like you can't force 16 people to go. Like I get it. You didn't love Joel as much as I did, but it's also like that. It's like standing on business. Like they came in and they purposely, sought us out, even though like she kind of did get lucky, like because she didn't really have to even break in. He was
She
out.
got so lucky, yeah.
But also that's what they went to do, So it's
That's what
like they targeted us and we're just gonna let this little fucking bitch get away with it? No, absolutely not.
They thought about leaving because they saw how fortified it was. And he saw an opportunity because she got lucky and she was getting chased by zombies. So yeah, it was a lot of luck. Xander's just saying don't expect the community to get involved. Am I right? Yeah, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I would want a community that comes fucking fighting for me with fire and knives and guns. Like I want you to fight for me.
Say we're on live stream right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a hypothetical scenario. There's a door right there. Someone comes from behind me. I don't see it. And there's a knife right here. And they slit my throat. They slit my throat live on stream. Would you guys give a shit?
Would I give a shit, Dan? I would be like, the second the door opened, I'd be like calling 911 or something. I don't even know. They wouldn't get there fast enough, but I wouldn't get there fast enough.
Here's
you have Sasha's
equivalent.
Number. You'd have to call her.
Here's the equivalent. So
New Jersey.
Felicia gets mad, goes to find the person that killed Dan. Do you bring your daughter with you?
You don't.
No.
Because that's the equivalent of what Ellie's asking is like, take all your loved ones and sacrifice them for my anger.
Many people. So what?
If my daughter was like Abby and was like fucking bulked out, I'd be like, and she wanted to come with me, I'd be like, bitch, let's go. We ride at dawn. Like, what?
Nicholas Evans cracked me up with that. Oh, not the stream strangler. But Jen said yes. WTF, Dan. But how many Discord be on the hunt for my murderer? Like,
we would crack that. We would
look at how we are with TV shows.
Yeah, those Discords that solve crimes before cops do. That's what the Discord would turn into.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple comments I want to get to because we missed a good. My
bunch. Wife arrived safe in Jersey. Everyone.
Yay!
Nice.
Sophie, I kind of like that the infected are not the main bad guys or everywhere all the time. Humans are way scarier. I think this show does a good job of portraying that. I agree. I think you could just use them for a little more tension if you wanted.
You need more zombies.
Yeah, like suspense. And plus, I love zombies. Yeah. I love them. Maybe it's because I like to do special effects makeup. I think making a full zombie would be so fucking fun. I used to like do some crazy shit on Corey. I have to find those photos.
Felicia's going to do our makeup for Comic-Con when we go to Comic-Con together.
Oh my God.
I want to go to Comic-Con so bad. I've never been.
That'd be fun. I know, me too. Jen
I'll
said
go to
she
New
would
York
find my
Comic-Con.
murder. Yeah, it's in October. I want to go so bad.
Let's go. We're going to do it. The problem with thinking that is if you let a group come in and establish dominance, you don't strike back. You are showing that the group that they can come in anytime. That is also a great point. That is a good point. I would have left alone to seek revenge. It's my father, my revenge. Ellie is a scarred child and can't survive alone, and she knows that. Agreed. Yes.
Except she does, right? In the game.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I guess maybe, but that sounds fucked up, right? Like women can survive on their own.
This is a good point from Sophie. How we devolve and resort to hatred and division, scars versus wolves, is more interesting than zombies to me. Totally agree.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think I would like to know why. I think it is more interesting, but I'm more just like, tell me why the hatred and division, because that's the interesting part to me, not the fact that it exists. Yep, already got that one. Love you, King Nirvana. You're the best. Agreed with Sophie. They weren't there to wreck the town. They were there to find one person. That's true. And if Ellie, actually said some stuff, then they would know that. I'm going to skim through these real quick. Okay, we got Tanner. Real talk, folks. A lot of people have the fortitude and resolve to seek revenge, which would more than likely result in you being imprisoned. Do you have kids? Lots of reasons not to, or to not follow through. Also true. You'd go to jail, Felicia.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I got caught, the goal is post-apocalyptic, and also the goal is to not get caught. It's to get away with it. So
yeah.
And also in like
Felicia
Ellie's
get away
point
with
of view.
murder.
Thank you.
Got you.
I know a lot of spots, but saying from like Ellie's point of view, she doesn't have to worry about shit like that. You know, for her, Joel was her whole world. If she has or is going to have maybe this other child in her life, and maybe she will understand some things, but also it's also not really technically her kid, so maybe not.
Yeah,
we ride
that's
at dawn.
a little
Yes,
weird.
we do to find Dan's
Brolic?
fucking murderer.
Not including Ellie. It's not about a revenge. If I was a leader of a group and they didn't know the motives of the wolves, as far as they know, the wolves was trying to cripple them before attacking. True. Joel is a fucking soldier, so you'd maybe think that, which would have been a good argument from Ellie, I guess, if you could make that argument.
Yes, thank you, Jen.
Yes.
I know
We're
you
all
guys
finding
would.
Felicia's murderer and Dan's. Don't worry. You guys don't have to find my murderer. It'll probably be Taylor. And I want her to get away with it.
Oh my god! First of all, the way he said it, my neck was lit on here. I think we'd all like fucking pass out and start throwing up. That would be insane.
Dan, remember how in season 1 of The Walking Dead it took 20 people to kill one walker, and in season 7 Rick can one-shot a horde blindfolded?
Yes, I do remember that. Walking Dead, I am not proud to say I've watched every episode live.
You should. That's commitment.
I watched every episode live, and I just went through it, even though there were many shit seasons in that show. Many. And I still was like, all right, Sunday, 9 p.m., I'm sitting here and I'm watching my Walking Dead. Never made a YouTube. I made a couple of podcast episodes about it. Never made a YouTube video on it. And I still sat through it. There were so many things in The Walking Dead that were bullshit. And that's going to happen in this show if they're not careful. That's all I'm saying. They got to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Careful.
But that's commitment, though. You sat and watched the whole thing. And I gave up like halfway through.
I think my issues, which con and where? We're going to New York Comic Con, and I just looked. They don't even have any guests announced yet, so that makes me a little sad. I think my issue is not the lack of zombies. I think it's the lack of acknowledgement of what the zombies represent. Because every zombie movie, the zombies are representative of something. Unless it's a bad zombie movie, then they're just the representative of zombies. But it's like, you know, the fear that we all feel towards things and people and the all impending doom of anxiety and existence. And it can be so many different things. And for this world, I guess it's kind of like a representation of the world, but in a more aggressive way. It's kind of like Joel and Ellie's representation of like the real world and how cruel it can be, but it's just ramped up and turned into zombies. And to lean away from that, I think it just feels like something's missing in the show, because you're not getting a sense of how cruel the world is other than through human characters. And like, we already know people suck because I live in the world and people suck in the real world. And to have that represented or like shown to me as zombies instead it's just a little more impactful. It's a little more threatening, and it's good.
I feel you, dude.
Jen, hit the refresh button. Maybe we got more likes. But if we didn't get more likes than 4, I'm going to go eat my chicken burger.
Wow. Chicken burger.
Just 13 days.
I don't like the sound of that.
13? Ah, nice. Okay. Holy cow.
That's
Y'all should be
sweet.
proud
All
of that
13 of you.
Dan, did you watch any of the spinoffs?
I've watched 0 spinoffs.
Me
0.
too.
Not
None.
one.
You didn't like the one where Michonne and Rick get together?
I wanted to watch that one. That's the only one
that.
I would watch if I were to watch one. But I asked my father-in-law, I'm like, are we doing this? And he was like, dude, we sat through enough. We sat through enough.
Yeah.
There's so many though. There's like 4 or 5ve.
I didn't even think that. I thought the only one was Fear the
Fake
Walking
fan.
Dead.
No, there's many. There's
a
many.
bunch.
Yeah.
It must be a Canadian thing.
Wait, you guys don't have like a crispy chicken burger in the States? That's a lie. Y'all are fat as fuck. Y'all
It's called a chicken sandwich, dude. It's a chicken sandwich then.
I love me a
it's
chicken
a burger.
sandy.
It's on a burger bun. Come on.
It's on a burger,
yeah.
but I love the like difference of us from being in different countries.
Fucking eat some chicken here. All right.
Exactly.
That was my New York
sandwich.
Accent. That's as good as it gets.
It's not even. Do I sound like that though?
Yep. That's what you sound like. Every time I hear you, you're like, hey, I'm walking here. Why don't you get out of my way? That's what you sound like.
I'm not like a 50-year-old like mobster. Like,
who can name this character in chat? If you can name this character in chat, you win a prize that is later to be announced.
Sophie, I am
character.
in the home of Putin. I live
I
in
love Putin.
Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The fucking Poutines here, dude, I cannot even describe. They
I want
fuck
amazing.
poutine
so
so bad.
hard.
I want poutine so bad.
Come
Me too,
visit.
but I love that it sounds so sexual though. When I first heard about it, I was like, "Ooh,
Poutine.
what's poutine?" And they were like, "It's
Jen
literally
got
like
it.
a food."
And Officer J and Jen got it. You guys win.
Mace Windu. I love that, Esther.
It does kind of look like a lightsaber, to be fair.
That's
Does.
what I thought it was at first. It was
It's
blurry.
Morgan's staff. It's Morgan's staff. Yeah, it's Morgan.
Oh, Nick, that's okay. We started at it just kind of came out of nowhere this whole stream.
Yeah, we winged it today, but it's fine. We're having fun. Oh, I wanted to
Putin.
ask, who here has actually played the game? I want to know. I know that Rosetown Romper's playing right now. I think at the same time as me, we're up to the same part, but I need to know.
Sophie, you're in the UK, right? Canadians have funny words. Just found out they call Ding Dong Ditch Nicky 99. No, we don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, we
Do
don't.
you? Oh, okay.
No,
That's so funny.
It's not called Ding Dong Ditch. I think it's called
Ding Dong Ditch is the best name for it. There can't be a
Ding
better
Dong Ditch?
name for what it
Okay,
is.
yeah.
It's exactly what
Taylor
it is.
confirmed Ding Dong Ditch.
Okay.
It's
I was like,
it's
there's no better.
Tine Poo. It's so I learned this because I live in French land now. It's not poutine, it's Putin. It's like Putin. Putin.
Oh.
Putin.
So it's not poutine?
No.
Oh,
They look
okay.
at you weird when you say poutine. They're like, "Oh, you're white, hey?"
That makes a lot of sense. I went to Canada. I was saying that. But they knew the second we walked, they were like, "You're from the city, like New York City, aren't you?" And we were like, "Yeah." Or "You're from the States." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah. You guys have a certain abrasive energy about you.
Abrasive.
No offense. You're from America, Arizona. I played the first game by play.
Oh,
nice.
On YouTube. That's the best way to play video games.
Arizona is beautiful. I love it there. Sedona?
I've never been.
Oh my god.
I'd love
Sedona?
to
Go to Sedona. It's like out of a fucking dream.
Someone said the
Sedona?
prize is Xander's cat.
Oh, you
For
wish.
guessing the
you,
thing. Yeah,
you
right.
think Ellie went crazy when Joel died? Come try and take my cat. Holy shit.
I'll come up with a prize eventually. I have to
Okay.
give other prizes out.
The only thing I remember about Arizona, I was on tour there once, and this is the worst moment of my life, maybe. We were driving from Las Vegas to where the fuck in Arizona? Somewhere in Arizona. And we had to drive through Death Valley, and it was in July. And it was what is this in Fahrenheit? It's some ridiculous amount in Fahrenheit. And no, not in French, in Fahrenheit. There we go. Oh, it was 115 degrees.
Oh, Jesus.
We were driving.
Arizona.
So our van had no AC, and we're like driving through Death Valley. And I remember I was driving and I was like, it is unbelievably hot. We should roll down the windows. And we rolled down the windows, and it got hotter because the air was so hot that when it came into the van, it just moved around and made it hotter. So I was like, okay, windows up. We drove with the windows up with no AC. And then I started getting dizzy. And I was like, maybe I should pull over. This is crazy. And I was like, if I pull over, it's just going to get hotter. Oh, God. And there was like, we only had plastic water bottles, not even thinking about it. And then all the plastic water bottles are like hot, like not even like warm water, like hot water.
Ew.
You're just drinking hot water in a fucking hot van. Dude, it was crazy. I thought I was going to die for fucking sure. And then we got to Arizona, and I remember I fell asleep on a sidewalk. It was the only bit of shade that I could find. I just like tucked beside a building and fell asleep on a sidewalk because it was colder than the van. Yeah.
It's terrible. I like your storytelling abilities though.
Oh, I just kind of black out and just say things.
That's what I say. I tell them all the time, like I black out when we do the lives. Afterwards, I'm like, I don't know what I said.
Oh yeah. I love when I can go back and watch the lives and I'm like, oh yeah, I did say that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm such a weirdo. I think that all the time.
I prefer
not about you, about myself.
here than 90 and humid. Those are made up numbers to Canadians, by the way.
Sophie, I almost moved to Arizona. I had a job offer in where the fuck is the University of Arizona? Damn it starts with a T. I was
about
think.
To say Arizona.
I think it starts with a T. let me know in the comments. Where is the University of Arizona? I had a job
In
offer.
Arizona, Dan.
Yeah, Tempe.
Oh, she
Yeah,
said Tempe.
Yeah. So Tucson. That's one. Tucson. That's the one I meant.
I was
That's the one I
Tucson.
meant.
I was like, what?
Tucson is the one I meant. Tucson's the one I meant. I remember.
Okay.
I had a job offer, and the guy was like, "You might want to start looking for houses in Tucson." And I was like, "Okay, I'll look for houses." And then they never called me back. And then, like 2 years later, I started dating my Sasha, and now she's my wife. So it worked out.
My Sasha. I love that. That's so cute.
Is Tucson
Thank God
just
you didn't
like
move to Tucson.
half of foreskin? Is that what
Yeah.
Tucson is?
Tucson. I almost moved to Tucson, dude. I was very close moving there. Very close moving to Tucson. I was like 90% on the way to Tucson, and I don't know what happened, but I'll never know.
Yeah,
I know it's Tucson. I know it's Tucson.
Dan would be right now if he lived in
I'd
Tucson.
Sophie said she's cracking up at how you're saying Tucson.
we know.
I know.
Tucson.
I know it's Tucson. I'm just saying Tucson to be.
It made me I
jovial.
had tears in my eyes. That was funny. Woof.
Xander is an abrasive man. I'm very sorry. It's what happens. I'm just going with the flow, and it's not my fault that Americans are fat. Okay, and it's not like I'm being mean. It's factually correct. Americans are just the fattest people in the world. No, not
I'm
all
much
of you.
fatter in real life than I look right now. I'm fat.
Oh, me too. I agree about myself.
I need to lose weight. I gotta lose like 30 pounds ASAP.
It moves.
Stop. You guys are beautiful. You're perfect 10s. You're 11s.
I didn't
but I
notice
also
this
am
on my head.
fatter.
And
what?
I didn't notice this red mark on my face until I came on the live stream. What the fuck is that?
I don't see it. You pointed it out. Now we all see it. We're like,
look, it's red.
I still can't see it.
I still can't see it, and I got my glasses on. But I feel the same way about myself.
I was almost your neighbor. That's the point. And Tucson is a beautiful place, but I never got the chance to move there. They didn't want me.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you out. It's not my fault.
I'm fat, but I'm sexy at the same time. So fuck it.
You guys never banned trans fats. Do you know how much fatter I would be if Canada didn't ban trans fats? So much fatter. It's just way tastier. They made our deep fried stuff worse here. We got lucky. Dan, you're in Arizona 11.
King of Run said Canada is generic America.
Oh, I definitely don't think Americans are fat because they're Americans. Dude, I've been to America, bro. It's rough, man. Like, it's rough out there, dude. If you want real food, you got to go out of your way to go find real food. And it's like 4 times the price, way more expensive. Like in Canada, I can like fucking, at least I can find a Subway or something that has vegetables. In the States, it's like, yo, did you want lettuce? That's an extra $1.
Like, what big old states did you go to?
I've been to.
You're like, you have to go so far out of your way to find food. I'm in New York City. States? I can walk down the block and 49? Get like 5 different food things right now.
I've been to 49 states.
You're crazy. 49? Really? Are you lying? Or are you just
no. I've been to 49 states.
Oh, because you toured, right? You toured.
Yeah.
So
I think the only one I'm missing is Alaska, and I can't remember where else.
Well, that would be it.
Crazy.
There's only 50 states.
Get with our get with
New
our
Hampshire,
history.
Maine. I think I drove through we drove through Vermont, right? Yeah. There we go. It counts. And it's not like I stopped in all of them. I didn't make out with anybody in them, you know. I just drove through and said hello.
I didn't make out with everybody. You're too much.
David, losing weight is the best thing ever in the whole world. It's so fun.
Is it? Is it better than eating a cheeseburger though?
Yes.
I had a cheeseburger today. It was delicious.
I find it. Oh, dude, I love it. I'm about to go have a fucking cheeseburger.
No, you're having a chicken burger, dude. Your chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it's not a chicken sandwich if it's on a burger bun. Okay. If it's a veggie burger, do you call it a veggie sandwich? No.
No, because it's supposed to be like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I could get what you're saying. It's almost in the shape of a burger, but it's just not.
Sophie, I wish I could move, but I can't. I can't move. My wife is a PA girl. She will not move. It's not happening. Not happening.
I'm a New York girl, but I think I would move to Canada because I wanted to.
Yeah. Come to Montreal. Pennsylvania is weirdly fucking beautiful, though. I got to say.
It is.
I remember the first time I got there, I was expecting garbage. Like I was like, Pennsylvania, this is where they shoot The Office, and I was expecting it to just look like The Office everywhere, and it didn't. It's very gorgeous. Like one of my favorite memories in the States is like the middle of like outside Scranton. We're in like a rainforest outside Scranton, and it was so gorgeous. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love PA. I love going camping up there. It's really beautiful.
Ooh. Doing a weight loss challenge with friends. Haven't had alcohol or sweets in a month. Yes, down 5 pounds. Quick nicotine,
Nice.
4 months. Damn. Nicotine for me is harder than the losing weight, dude. I could not ever.
I've never had any nicotine in my body ever. Oh, wait, I'm lying.
Wow.
Wait. I was about to say something, but I feel like it's stupid. I'm going to ask you guys after in case it is a stupid question. Because I might have.
You might have.
But I might have, but like I don't do it like regularly, like obviously. Like I smoke weed, but I've never smoked anything else.
Oh, don't say that. Everyone's gonna know. Cheeseburgers are great. The best Kate, hold on, I was gonna say the best thing about losing weight. A hamburger is a sandwich. Yes, they're interchangeable, Felicia.
I'm sorry, I just thought it was funny that you said chicken burger.
My favorite thing in the world is to get way too fat and then disappear for like 5-6 months and just punish myself relentlessly and lose a ton of weight. And then you get to show up and everybody's like, oh my God, you look so good. If you're always skinny, nobody says that to you. But if you get fat and then you get skinny, everybody's on your shit. They're like, yo,
yeah,
you're good, bro. It's true.
For real. It's the best too. When you start hearing it. But I started laughing because King Nirvana said blunts have nicotine, Felicia, because that's what I was gonna ask.
That's a question.
You know me so well. I was literally gonna be like, wait a minute, I smoke blunts.
That's so good. Yes,
you know me too well. Oh man. I feel so seen right now. Even though he's making fun of me.
PA. On the East Coast, I've been to Jersey a bunch and NYC once. We're trying to do grocery for NYC near Christmas.
New York City.
But everybody's gonna meet up in New York. We're all gonna
meet up. NYC meetup.
Let's do a Scene Invaders New York City meetup, and we'll all stay at Felicia's.
And I'll have a haircut by then.
No, you guys could probably fit here. I know like New York City is known for like smaller apartments, but I actually think I got lucky. I got a pretty decent sized apartment, not to brag. Do I put grout? I do not. I don't either. Is that stuff that people put in like joints sometimes? I think my brothers do that, but I do not like that. So one time I took a hit of a joint with that in it, and I took the biggest pull because I thought it was just regular old joint, and I took it and the room was just like whoosh, whoosh, and I got so nauseous. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, that's what
Tanner,
happens.
You might be as autistic as me because I think I pulled that line out on my girlfriend the other day, and she was like, how the fuck do you know that? And I was like, things just stick. Things just stick in my head. This is the most East Coast thing in the world. If you go to the West Coast, ain't nobody putting fucking tobacco in their weed, dude. But then as soon as you come to the East Coast, it's like every other person is like, spliff. I'm like, what?
Oh, no, yeah, that's what they're called. I don't like those. I'm a no-no with those. I like to just smoke my weed and that's it.
Yeah, keep that shit clean.
Yeah.
Scene Invaders trip. Road trip.
I would be so excited. Imagine when we actually see each other in person. It's so weird to me we haven't like already.
Felicia, I met Xander in person.
I might cry.
To literally be up to me and Dan's belly buttons.
Like
I
know I'm pretty miniature, but I might cry, guys. I think I would actually like when I met like Jen, like if I ever see Jen in person, I'll hold her forever. I'll never let her go. Not to be dramatic.
Jen too, because Jen's in New York. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, get your last questions in because we've been going for a while. I wanted to do longer because Dan showed up. Pennsylvania sounds like Transylvania, and everyone knows that's fucking cool. True. When I was young, 100%. I thought those were the same place. Stop by Nashville on the way. Yo, Nashville also be a meetup spot.
Always wanted to go there. Yeah,
me too.
Nashville's pretty cool. In the UK, we do spliffs. Spiffs.
I used to do spliffs all the time. I haven't smoked weed in like 3 years though. Can't do it anymore.
Ever again? If we ever hung out, would you do it or no?
Nope, can't do it unless you want me.
You would just get super lit. Oh, can't do it. I'll drive. Well, I actually don't drive.
They make me have panic attacks now. I don't know why. I used to smoke. I smoked from 18 to 30 like all the time, and then just one day, it just no more. I just couldn't smoke anymore.
Wait,
yeah,
The
is
edibles
Officer
do that
J
for
actually
me.
an officer?
Yeah,
He
he's a cop.
is. He is
Yeah,
a
he's-
cop.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I've had some pretty funny run-ins with cops where like I got caught smoking in my car once, and they just took my weed and my pipe, and they're like, "We're not going to give you a ticket. We'll just let you go on this one." And they let me drive away, and they just kept my weed. And I was like, "You're going to smoke my weed."
They do that sometimes. They do
Same
that.
thing happened to me. One time I was on mushrooms, literally on mushrooms, and I had weed in my car, but they were looking for people that were drinking. Like they were looking for a keg party to bust. And they were like, "You came out of them woods. What's up?" And we're like, "We're not drinking, I swear." He's like, "How much weed do you have on me?" I was like, "This much, take it." He took it and let us go. And I was on I
This
was
much.
literally
That
on
guy
mushrooms.
opened the bag and was like,
Yeah.
"You can go. You're fine."
Yeah, you can go.
you."
You can go. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't think I've ever been caught by a cop. Lucky me.
Pennsylvania has a
Hershey.
chocolate city.
Hershey?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like real world Wonka factory.
What?
Let's go there.
Yeah.
We could be a bunch of kids
Oh,
and just go have
yeah,
mad
we
fun
should go
there.
there.
River.
I'm a kid.
Yeah,
I'm a kid at
Wanna
heart.
go to a chocolate city?
Chocolate River.
Taylor's
Chocolate
down.
River.
We're
You
good.
can ride it. You can ride in a
Ooh.
boat on a chocolate river.
Chris,
Yeah.
good for you, man.
I'll
That's
end
that's
up in
that's
the
some good
river.
shit.
That's good, Chris.
It's not worth the paperwork. For
There you
real.
go.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
also. I will tell you.
It's
Hold on.
harmless.
I have the funniest story. We can end on a very funny story. This is my favorite
Cool.
story of my whole life. This is
Are you
peak.
serious?
This is as good as it gets. Okay, everybody sit down,
Where's the popcorn?
relax, grab some popcorn. So I'm
Got
gonna
nothing.
describe some illegal things that I was doing in this story, and let's just say this is hypothetical for YouTube or whatever. So
Okay.
me and my homie are driving, like we had just finished a tour, and we are driving around, and we are going to drop this girl off, and like I am blasted. Like I drove a lot when I was stoned, so it was normal for me. But like if a cop saw me, no bueno. And I like pull up to a stop sign. So I'm like going this way. I pull up to the stop sign, and a cop pulls up to this the adjacent stop sign at the same time. And I looked over, and it was just like lights in my eyes, and I was like, fuck. So I just like, instead of turning this way, which is the way I had to go, I just turned right to try and like not be facing the cop, because that was just the dumbest shit ever. And they like immediately flick on their lights, and I'm like, oh shit. So I like pull over to the side, and she pulls up behind me and gets out of the car, walks to our window. I roll down the window. She's like, ha ha ha, get out of the car. I was like, oh shit. Oh God.
Boy.
So me and my homie get out of the car. This girl's like out of the car, and we like start talking to this girl cop, and then another cop car pulls up, and I'm like, oh God, this is like turning into a thing. So I keep talking to this lady cop, and this other cop comes out and like grabs my friend, and they're talking. And then at the same time, me and my best friend are like, yeah, she pulled me over because I didn't have a brake light. That's the pulling over thing. She didn't know I was high. So she pulled me over because I didn't have a brake light. My car smelled like weed because we were smoking in there. So we're like talking. I'm like, yeah, we just got off tour. I like hadn't had enough money to fix my lights yet. And it's like, I don't know. I just really can't like have a charge because we're going to the States soon, and it makes it a lot harder. We're just like both telling this like super sob story. And as we're both talking to these cops, my weed is like sitting on the hood of my car. She like made me pull it all out. This third cop car drives up, and I'm like standing there, and she looks at me and she's like, grab your weed. I was like, what? She's like, grab your weed. I was like, oh, okay. So I like grab the bag of weed and like hold it. And she like walks over to this other car, and then they start talking. I look at the dude, and he's like, that's our lieutenant. And I was like, oh, that's not good. That's like your boss, right? And he's like, yep.
Yeah.
And then they're like talking, and then the girl cop just starts laughing at this guy's window. And I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And then she turns around and walks towards me, and they're all laughing. And I'm like, what is happening? She's like, so you're in a band? I was like, yep. She's like, you're going to sing. I was like, what? She's like, we need you to prove it. You got to sing for us. I was like, this is like shit that happened in my wildest dreams. I'm like, I have to sing for you right now. So I like walk to the middle of the street. This cop car zips down the middle of the street and like puts his floodlight on me in the middle of a fucking residential street. And the only thing I can think to sing, because we were just listening to it, I literally couldn't remember the words to songs that I had written. My mind was like fucking blank. And we were just listening to a Justin Timberlake song about weed. So I sang a Justin Timberlake song about weed in the middle of this street for all these cops. And then they just laughed. And they were like, cool. And then one of them drove off. The lady was like, cool, here's your stuff. And like gave me my wallet and my keys and my weed and my pipe. They were like, have a good night. Didn't even write me a ticket. And then I had to pull a U-turn. So like I pulled down the street, and like as I'm going down the street to finally drop this girl off, there's a cop like facing me, and he's just like wiggling down the street in reverse, like watching me drive, and then he just whipped a U-turn and like took off. And I was like, I just got super batted. I just literally like, and then I went home. I woke up the next day and I called my friend and I was like, was that real? He was like, dude, I was about to call you and ask if that was real. That was the dumbest shit ever.
That sounds
that's
crazy.
My favorite story. It was
that is like a movie.
It was like a movie. It was very weird. I will never forget that shit. And,
yeah, you 100% got super batted.
I got super batted, which is, I think if I was a cop, that's all I would do. I don't know if that's what you do, Officer Jay, but like,
I think you gotta fuck with some people.
Yeah, like
you gotta fuck with some people, especially the ones that look really scared. Maybe you guys looked really nervous. They were like, "Oh, let's fuck with these guys."
And just like, wow, you can still talk, and like my eyes were like you know when you're like so wrecked that you're like,
yeah, you can't even really, like, your eyes are not open.
Yeah, it was that bad. Canadian hijinks. That was before weed was legal here too, so it's a good story.
Yeah.
Dan's looking fly.
Funny.
These are new.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for listening to my story. That was so much fun. Oh, okay. We got one from Officer J to end it.
I
had a guy so high one time complained that I stopped him illegally that I had to explain to him that he wasn't driving but sitting in the little car toy in front of a grocery store.
Oh my gosh. That's where I want to be right now. I want to be on that guy's level.
Yeah. That's where we all should aim to be.
Just
a lady
careless.
Cop? Fake news. Yeah.
Aww.
It's nice when you get the nice cops. I've got a couple nice border crossing. I'll tell you guys my border crossing story once. We got caught with weed at the US border, and I got through the border. That's also a good story.
I got stopped at the Canadian border, and they were really just fucking with us, probably because me and Corey were probably only like 20 or 21 at the time, and we drove my dad's car. We didn't have a car at the time into Canada. So when they stopped, they were so weirded out at the fact that we borrowed my dad's car. So right away, they thought we were weird. It was 420 weekend. Weed was still illegal in New York. And they literally were hounding us so hard. They took out everything from the car. They were lifting the seats and everything. And then Corey, of course, sorry, I'm throwing you under the bus. But Corey's like, we have pens. We have pens. Just take them. I'm like looking at him like, what the fuck? Like in my head, I'm like, why would you tell them? I hit it so well. I'm sorry, I don't even want to give away the secrets, but I hit it somewhere good. I'm not saying it, but like, I hid my stuff really good somewhere. I'm like, they're never gonna find it. And Corey had to be like, "We have pens, take it. Here's the cartridge." I'm like, dude. And that was it. Then they let us go. They took our pens, laughed, and they sent us on our way.
To Canada? You got into Canada?
Yeah, I got into Canada. So they were
nice.
like, they kept begging. They were like, just tell us if you have anything. And I was going so hard. I'm like, no, I would never do that. I would never smoke.
Corey's sitting beside you like
freaking out. We have pens. I'm like, fuck. I admire his honesty though. Like I love that about him, that he just couldn't, hold it in. But I was like, we were so close to getting away with it. Not like they
And then you got
really
weed
anyway,
in Canada. That's the best.
I know. Like I was like, why did we bring it? But we did. I can't
Racial
explain my
profiling.
20-year-old mind.
I want to shout out Tanner, Battle Damage Props right here.
Love you, Tanner.
Editing and releasing Murderbot, our coverage for episode 3. So if you guys want to check that out after this, please feel free. And Felicia and I will be on time, hopefully, with
Your Friends and Neighbors.
Your Friends and Neighbors
Yes.
finale.
That show.
The show I'm not even covering. There you go.
Your Friends and Neighbors on Friday, and we'll have also Murderbot Friday or Saturday also. And then
Yay.
the one we're most excited for, Xander, go ahead, July 11th.
Foundation, July 11th. Everybody
Yes.
get your fucking sci-fi pants on. We're going to be talking about some heavy shit. It's like
Hell
Game
yeah.
of Thrones in space if it was done on the CW. So it's like not as good, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
And there has to be a
Meetups.
series of meetups.
Meetups.
Yes, 100%. Maybe we'll actually plan something for New York Comic Con. Maybe we could all hang out there if you guys.
Yeah,
are in
I think
area.
that's a good location.
It's something
Yeah,
to
yeah.
On
do,
brand.
it's like a reason.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in.
We had more than pens, so I wanted to give that up so they didn't do a full search.
Okay.
That sounds like
fair.
some Machiavellian shit right there. I don't know. I might be on
Fair
course.
enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
Corey.
glad you guys are stoked for
So
Foundation.
funny.
July is going to be insane. We're going to be covering movies for sure on this channel because
Excited.
can't not talk about the Fantastic Four, Jurassic Park, or Superman. So
Superman. Let's
we're going to be
do it.
doing lots of videos this summer. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. We love you all
Yeah.
dearly.
Love you all.
Everybody say hi to Dan or bye to Dan. Whichever
my
one you
fan.
What
prefer.
was that? What was that?
It's my
A fan?
It's my fan. Yeah, it keeps
I
me-
love
keeps me
it.
cool.
It's Dan's biggest fan right there.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys. Have
Peace
a good
out.
night. We'll see you soon. Yay.